synagogue, that means she wasn't allowed to touch somebody. This one said, man, forget your law. I gotta be healed. So she had to overcome the demon of fear. And how do you overcome the demon of fear? What did it say? She knelt before God and she feared him and she started trembling. You fear God more than you fear man. So I gotta do the right thing. And the right thing for her was touching Jesus. Buddy, I gotta touch this man. I gotta touch God. I gotta see his face. So the right thing, man, even I gotta break your law, I gotta touch God. So she reached out to God, she touched him because she feared God more than she feared man. Now forget that. Whenever you deal with a demon of fear, and you want to do what's right, you gotta do what's right. Fear God. Stop fearing man. Like, stop fearing these politicians. You don't see me coming to see me and tell you all them corrupt. And I still breathe it. Like, I said he corrupt. A lightning didn't strike me down. I mean, all of them. PLPF, all of them. Corrupt. When you open up the paper, all you say, FTX, do it, all them entangled in that one big mess. I mean, what more you gotta see? All the scandals going on. Corrupt. I still breathing. No lightning strike me. Hey, God. Like, y'all is treating me like they God. When a lightning strike me down for calling that politicians corrupt, then you need to fear them. Until then, it's all in pulpit church. All right, let's get right. In the last verse. And he said unto her, daughter, thy faith has made thee whole. Go in peace, for you are whole. So what am I trying to say? To have faith, to have enough faith, you see, you have to build your faith. Before you can build your wealth, you have to build your faith. I can end on this one. Before you can build your faith, you got some demons you got to fight, buddy. You got to be a lord of them. 12 years. You got to fight them. You got to be grateful. You got to fear God. Above all, you got to try to do what's right. And no matter what, seek first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, so that all things should be added to you. So we pray to Heavenly Father, may always seek to see God's face first. In Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Views expressed on this program are not the views of ZNS TV 13 and, by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, the Prime Minister and a delegation headed to Botswana. More Haitian migrants intercepted near Exuma. An Eleuthera cleanup campaign kicks off. And in sports, Kai Jones impresses in a G League debut. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jimenita Swain, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news, another group of Haitian migrants apprehended on Saturday afternoon. This operation was a collaborative effort between the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces. Senior Commander at the Royal Bahamas Defense Forces, William Strupp.
The Royal Bahamas Defense Force became aware of a suspected Haitian sailing vessel off Stanya Key in the Exuma Chains. A team from the Exuma Land and Sea Park was dispatched and arrested the vessel 5 nautical miles west of Bell Island. The migrants were apprehended, taken aboard HMBS Raleigh Gray and transported to Coral Harbor Base. A total of 50 persons were on board the vessel, 46 adult male, 2 females, and 2 children, all in good health.
The recent apprehension, part of an ongoing exercise by Defense Force officers to secure and protect the country's borders in light of the escalating turmoil in Haiti. The Defense Force mounting a blockade in the southern Bahamas after reports that hundreds of inmates at prisons in Port-au-Prince escaped last weekend. This initiative includes the deployment of 6 surface vessels, 1 aircraft, and highly skilled Defense Force personnel. Patrol operations will be concentrated in areas such as the northern coast of Haiti, the Old Bahama Channel, and the Windward Passage, with the aim of deterring unauthorized entry attempts and preserving maritime security in the region. 247 migrants apprehended so far with this latest exercise. Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, reassuring residents of his government's commitment to protect the Bahamas.
Our military and other law enforcement professionals advise us to the course of action, and that they have executed on. The results have been showing in the interdiction. And so the men and women of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force are doing their jobs to protect the territorial sovereignty of this country, and they will remain on station and on the job.
From the overnight crime report, 2 persons are in police custody tonight after being found with almost 50 pounds of suspected hydroponic marijuana valued at $98,000. Police made the discovery after 4 p.m. Saturday at a home on Faith United Way off Blue Hill Road. A large sum of cash, believed to be the proceeds of crime, was also found. The discovery led to the arrest of a 52-year-old Jamaican man and a 46-year-old Jamaican woman. Investigations continue. Also making news tonight, the nation's chief Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, is leading an official visit to the Republic of Botswana starting tomorrow, Monday, March 18th to Friday, March 22nd, following an invitation from the President of Botswana, His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi. Accompanying the Prime Minister is the Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Gladys Anna Martin, Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alcides, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, and Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Investment and Aviation, John Pinder. The Prime Minister and his team seek to reinforce strong diplomatic ties between the Bahamas and Botswana and explore new educational, economic, and trade opportunities for Bahamians. Additionally, the visit aims to unlock new economic ventures and educational exchanges and explore avenues for collaborative projects and trade opportunities. In other news, Family Island Affairs Minister, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, is counting on the amendments to the new local government law being completed sooner than later. His optimism comes as the Attorney General's office works on a draft, and this following a 19-member committee traveling throughout the Family Islands, garnering input from local government councils and administrators.
There are some things they wanted to in regards to legislation and how they tie into other, because the Local Government Act also ties into other acts such as building control and things of that sort. This act would really empower local government to help to provide for their communities, to raise revenue and donations from persons within the community to help to develop and enhance their way of living.
Well, the Golden Yolk Egg program has reached a critical juncture. Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Jomo Campbell, recently sharing that they have completed the last legal hurdle.
Issue with the Golden Yolk was that this was a very massive undertaking, the first time ever in the history of this country, and we had to make sure that we got it legally correct, not just from our standpoint, but from the standpoint of the producers, our partners in the United States, PTS Poultry Training Services. And so now that we've crossed all of that out, we are absolutely sure that what we are bringing to the Bahamian public is indeed the most efficient and economical egg yolk program that could possibly be provided.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. More news in a moment.
On May 4th and 5th, the sun will shine down on the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Hundreds of the world's best track athletes from more than 40 countries will compete to qualify for their spot at the Paris Olympics.
ESE Distributors, the #1 wholesale beauty supplier in the Bahamas, specializing in hair products, accessories, and makeup. A variety of skin lightening products, Keratin, Natural Bright, Pawpaw, and personal toiletries, like soaps, creams, lotion, and oils. Hair products like Got2b, Red One, and everything in the Morphos line. And lots of hair. Afro Kinky, 3X Ghana, crochet hair. We deliver and ship to the Family Islands. ESE Distributors, located on Soldier Road opposite NCA.
Good to glow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
Driven by a passion to cure ailments plaguing our country, Nick Mialis back in 1993 imported 8,000 neem seeds from India with the hope of taking the agricultural sector by storm.
We focus on hypertension, 2 preventable diseases, hypertension and diabetes. Every family, almost every family in our country, you see 1 or 2 of those or a combination of those preventable diseases. And we also utilize the bark of the tree. This goes into one of our tinctures to make an extract for periodontal disease or just dental hygiene, right? All good health starts with dental hygiene. Very, very important.
You see, neem is a natural herb with a wealth of health benefits ranging from preventing dental diseases to possessing anti-aging properties when applied to the skin. Mialis lists more benefits from this extraordinary plant.
The neem produces an olive-sized shaped berry that we extract the oil from. And then we also get another valuable product. When we extract that oil, we get a byproduct called neem cake, which we feed our chickens, which we'll be feeding to our sheep. It's a natural dewormer and an immune enhancer. So neem is wonderful to keep the immune system strong. Our whole goal is to contribute to our health system. You judge a country through its healthcare system, and it's all about prevention. It's all about prevention.
And believe it or not, neem also has some agricultural benefits through a byproduct called neem cake. It's what's left behind after extracting neem oil from the berries.
Because the neem cake has a slow-releasing nitrogen. It has the potash. It has the magnesium. It has the iron. It has the calcium, the essential micronutrients. It has everything that a plant needs. We will be feeding that neem cake to our sheep, continue to put it in our chicken water. Chickens on occasion have intestinal disorders. We have a better survival rate using the neem cake.
In fact, Mialis believes in the neem plant so much that he makes this prediction.
Neem, one day I'll make a prediction, will be part of a cure for oral cancer and prostate cancer, because of its anti-inflammatory and anti-tumor properties.
So after a brief talk, Mialis grabbed his wife, Daphne, and put me to work. She began with a brief demonstration.
These brown leaves we'll discard. If it doesn't look 100%, we just take the whole thing. And make sure that there's no particles on here that shouldn't be there. And then we're going to just hold the stems and strip the leaf into the bin. And then once we've done that, we will put it on our drying rack.
Once the leaves are dried, they're pulverized and put into their herbal supplements.
Basically, 500 milligrams of pure neem leaf will go into a vegetarian capsule. And this is our #1 product for supporting the immune system, balancing what's out of balance in the body. It's an adaptogen. So it helps in many different, it's multi-purpose.
Abaco Neem Farm also specializes in farm-to-table experiences, has a wide variety of tropical fruit orchards, and also dabbles in beekeeping. We're told that the couple is also looking to provide lodging on the farm's property in the near future to accommodate a growing bird-watching population in the area. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Thanks for staying with us. Eleuthera is cleaning up its image, so to speak, a recent island-wide cleanup initiative targeting trash and disposed appliances dubbed a success. Lloyd Allen has more.
I am very excited because it did a big impact on my community itself.
A massive island-wide cleanup across Eleuthera. 11 companies contracted to do this cleanup operation. For nearly 12 settlements across Eleuthera, several local companies have been contracted to conduct a massive cleanup, removing items like old appliances, cans and bottles, deteriorated cars, and general trash. We spoke with some of those companies.
I was chosen amongst a various few of contractors, and it did a very, very good impact on my company itself and the community that I served.
Basically, I started off inside Deep Creek and then make my way into a waterford, but it was just not me alone. I end up subcontracting fellas and then giving them a little hand up and a hand out so they can make a little funds to maintain some of their families.
We did our best, and from week before last until last week, it's clean, and we're all excited that it happened.
Caribbean Pavement Solutions representative Melanie Roach says sourcing work from locals was a big part of a successful cleanup.
We wanted to have massive participation from the local community residents. So we were able to identify some 11 small contractors who had the trucks available to assist in cleaning up the debris, both from residents' yards as well as along the verges.
South and Central Eleuthera representative, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, says thanks to the initiative, Eleuthera has regained its pristine image.
So the work started a few weeks ago and it's continued. You know, if you've seen the dumpsters throughout from Bannerman Town in the south to Governor's Harbor, Hatchet Bay, JC, you'd see the amount of dumpsters. I don't even think they quite have a count because some of the items are large and they've just been continuing doing the work. So when you see the difference in these communities from when it started to now, it's amazing.
Sweeting says the cleanup is a first for Eleuthera and will be carried out in other communities. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Ali and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Ali dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion for BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book your 8-passenger minivan for Easter and save.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks, so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
On May 4th and 5th, the sun will shine down on the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Hundreds of the world's best track athletes from more than 40 countries will compete to qualify for their spot at the Paris Olympics.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Sunday Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Day 2 of the 2024 CRIFTA Trials continuing on Saturday at the Old Thomas Robinson Stadium. Dozens of athletes trying to secure their spot on the team that will represent the Bahamas in Grenada this upcoming Easter weekend. Heading back to represent the 242 will be octathlete Kenny Moxie Jr., who would attain the CRIFTA qualifying standard, as well as shot put thrower Anae Mackey.
I had bigger plans on executing and having like a big throw, but you know, it's God timing. I'm just glad that I was able to show again that I qualified, and I did just that. I just took my time and listened to my coach and did the best that I can.
I feel amazing. I couldn't wait to compete again.
Moving to the final round.
Just tell me how it feels to go back to CRIFTA or maybe CRIFTA team or qualify. I mean, this is what I really expected myself to do. When I go there, I hope to obtain a goal.
And from Grand Bahama, two-sport athlete Joshua Williams, who's one of the stars on Tabernacle Baptist's basketball team, he would qualify in the boys' under-17 high jump.
It feels good because most of them are my friends, so I'll be pretty comfortable with them on the CRIFTA team. Splitting it up is pretty hard because sometimes my coaches for basketball want me to come to basketball practice, my track coach want me to come to track, but I have to learn how to balance it over time.
Speaking of basketball, to the association, the Philadelphia 76ers officially recalling Bahamian basketball player Kai Jones from the G League's Delaware Bluecoats on Saturday. Jones getting a fast-track call-up after posting 21 points on 64% shooting across 2 G League appearances. Of course, the Sixers signing Kai to attend a contract earlier this week after he was released from the Charlotte Hornets in October. Jones is hoping to suit up against the Miami Heat on Monday. Congratulations to Bahamian college basketball player Sammy Hunter as he and his Akron Zips will be dancing after securing the MAC championship on Saturday after a dramatic 62-61 win over Kent State. Hunter with 6 rebounds in the contest. The Zips winning their second straight MAC title. Hunter averaging just under 9 points per game this season. The Zips now just waiting on their seed as today is Selection Sunday. And the Bahamas Government Departmental Softball Association's 2024 season got underway yesterday at the Blue Hills playing field. Prior to play, executives of the association, led by President Dwayne Stevens, presented trophies to the runner-ups and champions of the 2022 and 2023 seasons. Stevens also presented plaques to a variety of loyal persons and sponsors who had contributed to the league's success over the past few years. Stevens, a longtime president of the BGDSA, announced that in a swan song moment, as president, the association will be creating a Hall of Fame to recognize deserving players and league contributors. That's when we look at your sports on this Sunday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
For more than 30 years, the Bahamas Bridal Show has prepared thousands of brides and grooms for the walk down the aisles. On Sunday, April 7th, that tradition continues when the Grand Ballroom at Bahama is transformed into the ultimate wedding experience, featuring a fashion show by Buttons Bridal and Formal Wear, $30,000 in prizes, savings on wedding expenses, and the most wonderful displays you'll ever see. Tickets $60. Call 327-8896 or visit bahamasevents.net for details.
You watch them grow and make plans for them even before they're old enough to talk. You spend a lifetime of sacrifice to pave the way for their success and create a tomorrow you too can be proud of. Can you tell who is the investor? At Leno, we believe everyone who has ever put a penny aside for a future dream is an investor. If you're new to investing, Leno's financial experts stand ready to design plans based on your goals. Let's sit down and explore the options one-on-one and see how, together, we can make your dreams come true. Whether considering traditional investments like a new home, car, your own business, security in retirement, or your child's college fund, we take the confusion out of the process and make an investor out of you. Call 396-3225 for an appointment. Leno, your bridge to the future.
The Church of God of Prophecy will embark in Conclave 2024 under the theme Go Forward from March 13 through 17. This gathering of the saints will begin on Wednesday night with the charge to the nation by Bishop Dr. Franklin Ferguson. On Friday night, there will be a sacred service of ordination for 6 candidates for the bishopric. At 2 p.m. on Sunday, March 17, there will be a baptismal parade and Bishop Tim Poulter, the presiding bishop, will preach in the final service of Conclave 2024. It's going to be a grand celebration. Come expecting miracles. See you at Conclave 2024.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dane joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Geminita. We have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 84 degrees, relative humidity 62%. We have south-southeast winds at 9 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,014.3 millibars. That's 29.95 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening, 82 degrees in Marsh, Abaco, Green Tool Key, and in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands, and Allenstown, Bimini, 80 degrees. Harbor Island, 81 degrees, 82 in Roxanne, Eleuthera, Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 83 degrees, 82 in Roxanne, Eleuthera, Otterstown, Cat Island. Black Point, Exuma, and Kemps Bay, San Andres at 84 degrees, picking up some 82s in San Salvador and Rum Key. George, Shan, Exuma, also 82 degrees. A string of 84s in Ragged Island, Crown, Sound Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Megawana, 85, 85 in Acklands, Matthew Town, United with some cloud cover there, 82 degrees. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 85 degrees. Your boating forecast tonight. In the northwestern islands, those winds will remain out of the south at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Low tide takes place at 8:52 tonight. Now for the central Bahamas tonight, southeasterly flow, 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Stronger winds in the southeast. Out of the east at 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking boaters to exercise caution in the southeast Bahamas. And then tomorrow, in the northwestern parts of the country, the winds become south to southwest ahead of an advancing cold front. The speed still at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Now, the low tide tomorrow will take place at 10:05 in the morning, with the high tide at 4:20 in the afternoon. For the central Bahamas, winds remaining out of the south 10 to 15, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And in the southeast, we will hold that caution flag for the southeast Bahamas. The winds southeast at 12 to 18 knots, and the wave heights 3 to 6 feet. Our forecast maps show its stationary boundary across the southern United States, but that will get moving tomorrow. We expect it to move into the northwest Bahamas late Monday night, Tuesday morning, and that will bring a nice little cool down for a few days. Satellite picture showing some precipitation over the Gulf Coast states, and that's going to slowly be advancing toward the south and east along that frontal boundary. Our forecast for tonight. Clear, partly cloudy, still somewhat on the warm side. 73 degrees for your low temperature. Tomorrow it's going to be sunny with periods of clouds and sunshine and a bit on the humid side. High temperature tomorrow, 83 degrees, and your extended weather forecast will unfold like this. It's going to be mostly sunny for the greater part of the day, but come Monday night, you'll see some clouds rolling in along that frontal boundary. Some showers are during the morning hours, and then come Tuesday afternoon, things will clear out, leaving way for some cooler temperatures. We'll see temperatures in the low 60s during the nighttime starting on Tuesday, and that will warm up as we head into Thursday. But yet a second frontal system will come through on Saturday, and that too will bring a cool down where we'll see temperatures back in the 60s come Sunday. Jimmy?
Thanks, Basil. The 18th Bahamian Music and Heritage Festival over in Georgetown, Exuma wrapped up in grand style last night. Our Corval Pie Farm brings us some of the moments from the Emerald Islands big night.
We're going to give a proper send-off to this two-day soiree is with some good old junkadoo, which even the Deputy Prime Minister had to get in on the action. No doubt about it, word must have gone around that night one of the 18th Bahamian Music and Heritage Festival was everything. Because for the grand finale Saturday night, the crowd quadrupled, the energy sizzled, and the performances dazzled beyond expectations. Tourism really hit it out the park with this one.
Oh, this has been a great 2 days, and we've taken it up a notch.
That's tourism's cultural and authentic events director, Charity Brista McKenzie. She says this year's festival was unprecedented for Exuma in a big way.
For the first time this year, we are using a local vendor to source this entire event with 10 stable chairs. So I am just so excited and proud that Exumians are now reaping the benefits of this event.
Earlier in the day, students from local schools showed off their culinary skills in a bit of a cook-off. Executive chef and competition judge Gerald Rule feeling inspired by the up-and-comers.
It's amazing to see the level of skill, the level of creativity that these students are portraying today. It's awesome.
And from up above, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, and also the island's Member of Parliament, Jess Takupa, and Team Tourism appear to be giving this year's festival their stamp of approval. Now, Exuma and the team won't have much time for rest. In just a matter of weeks, thousands expected back here for the Family Island Regatta. That's going to do it for us here. On behalf of my photographer extraordinaire, Victor Adderley, I'm Corval Pie from Georgetown, Exuma for the Bahamas Tonight.
Thanks, Corval. And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
We, your children, bow to give you reverence.